Now, let's start to read the introduction first that we have. Have you ever seen moving clouds that seem to form shapes? Do you know that stars also form patterns in the sky? Groups of stars that form patterns are called constellations, and that's a very important word. Now let's learn more about constellations. Let's continue. So, what we need to do here is to click on the celestial bodies that make their own light. Now, let's try to remember together. We have here planets, stars, and moons. Now, we have here a common factor between planets and moons. What are they? They are originally rocks. And we have discussed before that rocks, they do not have light. They do not create the light, but they can reflect it. So, I believe that the right answer would be here is stars. Let's click on it and see. Good job. So stars, like the sun here, make their own light, and this makes them shine even brighter. But some stars are larger than our sun, while other stars are smaller than the sun. Planets and moons do not make their own light, and Earth's moon reflects the light of the sun, just like what we discussed. Now let's move on to the next part. Spot the constellation in the night sky and click on any star that is part of the constellation. Now remember when we discussed the constellation, and they create a pattern if we connected them together. Now let's take a look here at the board and at this picture. Now, is it going to be that star? If we're going to connect it to the one next to it, will it create a pattern? How about here? Can you see? These stars, I believe, would form a constellation. Now let's click on them and find out. We did it. So as you see, as we connect the dots here, it's going to appear here a different constellation. Now what is it? The Orion constellation. Stars in the sky can be grouped together in sets called constellations, and they appear to form patterns in the sky. There are 88 constellations which have been recognized. Some look like humans and living creatures. Others look like non-living objects.
تقدر تتابع كل دروسك على تطبيق مدرستنا بلس. مدرستنا، المستقبل يبدأ الآن.